A significant incident in the history of Islam, the Treaty of Hudaybiyyah, was signed in the 6th year after the Prophet Muhammad and his followers left Mecca. Despite their victory in the Battle of Badr, Battle of Trench, and the Muslims during that time were not strong enough to attack the pagans of Mecca. But they wished to visit the holy Kaaba and perform tawaf. After leaving Mecca, Prophet Muhammad saw a dream that he performed tawaf. Believing it to be a good sign, along with 1,400 Muslims, he donned ihram clothes and decided to visit Mecca. In the sacred state, the Muslims had their physical freedom restricted and were prohibited from fighting. They traveled without arms in hopes Quraysh people would see their peaceful intentions to perform pilgrimage and allow them into the city as per customs. However, this did not turn out to be the case, as they were stopped outside the city. Later, the Prophet Muhammad decided to set up camp in the town of Al-Hudaybiyyah, some 30 kilometers from Mecca. He sent an emissary to explain to the Qurayshite that the Muslims came in peace. He didn't choose this emissary at random and sent Uthman ibn Affan, himself a former notable Meccan who was highly respected in Mecca before Islam. He was received with respect, but a rumor began to spread that Uthman had been killed. Such an act made the Prophet Muhammad think that the Quraysh had no limit in their hatred of Muslims. If indeed it is true that they killed an emissary, which is already extremely serious in itself, and all the more so if this emissary is Uthman ibn Affan, we must expect the worst, and the Muslims are not equipped for the war. But this was a false rumor. Uthman was very much alive and had talks with the Meccan emissaries, Suhail ibn Amr, who denied him entry. After long and peaceful discussions, the parties decided to resolve the matter through diplomacy, and the points of the Treaty Hudaybiyyah were drawn in January 6, 28. It was then the pivotal treaty between the Prophet Muhammad and the Quraysh tribe was signed. There were several benefits of the Treaty of Hudaybiyyah, including the decline in tension between the two factions, affirming peace. Moreover, it was as the result of the agreement the Prophet Muhammad and his followers were allowed to enter Mecca the following year for what came to be known as the First Pilgrimage. Hudaybiyyah Treaty Conditions. The treaty was a significant victory for the Muslims who wanted to peacefully perform the pilgrimage. After the pagans of Mecca agreed to calmly resolve the situation, the conditions of the treaty were discussed at great length. The following points were decided then. Among the Treaty of Hudaybiyyah points, perhaps the most significant was that the Muslims will return to Medina without visiting the Kaaba that year. Instead, next year, they will be allowed entry and a peaceful stay in Mecca for a period of 3 days. It was decided to hold a ceasefire between the parties for a period of 10 years. During this time, people were supposed to live in safety and harmony. It was decided that the agreement between any tribe and the Prophet was not prohibited. Similarly, anyone who wanted to join the Quraysh people and sign an accord with them could not be stopped. One more vital Treaty of Hudaybiyyah point was that anyone from Mecca who entered Medina will be returned to the Quraysh people. But the people of Medina wandering inside Mecca will not be extended the same courtesy. A man named Abu Basir Utbah ibn Usaid came from Mecca to join the Muslims. The Quraysh sent emissaries to fetch him back. They said, "Under the terms of the treaty which you made with us, you must hand him over." The Prophet Muhammad allowed them to take Abu Basir with them. But on the way back to Mecca, he escaped from them and fled to the coast. Abu Jandal ibn Suhail also escaped and joined Abu Basir. Then everyone who had become a Muslim and who had suffered persecution from the Quraysh joined Abu Basir until they comprised a group numbering 70. They set themselves up on a trade route. Whenever they heard that a caravan of the Quraysh had left for Syria, they waylaid it, killed the merchants, and took the goods they were carrying. The Hudaybiyyah Treaty gave the idol worshippers and Muslims an opportunity to mix. The idol worshippers soon came to appreciate the good qualities of the Muslims. Before a year had passed, many of them had become Muslims, and the Quraysh leaders were worried about their influence. They sent to the Prophet Muhammad not to return the men to Mecca, but to keep them in Medina. From then on, whoever of them came to him from Mecca was safe. These moves indicated that the Treaty of Al-Hudaybiyyah, in which the Prophet Muhammad had accepted all the Quraysh conditions, had been beneficial after all. The treaty had been a decisive step in gaining further victories for Islam and in spreading the faith throughout the Arabian Peninsula with great speed. It led to the conquest of Mecca and the opportunity to invite the kings of the world, Caesar, Chosroes, Muqawqis, and the Arabian princes, to accept Islam. Allah the Great revealed. Significance of the treaty. The importance of the treaty in the history of Islam cannot be denied. Even if some points of the treaty were not favoring Muslims, overall, the agreement was a good thing for the followers of Prophet Muhammad. It is so because the treaty benefited the Muslims in several ways. Owing to the agreement, the hostile Quraysh tribe recognized the Prophet Muhammad as the leader of the state of Medina. Since followers of Islam and the polytheists were no longer in an ongoing struggle, some people started seeing the religion in a new light and became its followers. After the agreement, Muslims were allowed to make alliances with other tribes. The 10-year armistice gave Muslims a chance to preach Islam and deal with the enemies on the other side of the peninsula. Key lessons. The treaty not only occupies a crucial place in the history of Islam, but also in the present times. It holds a significant value. The treaty offers several vital lessons to Muslims on patience and gentleness. Following are the lessons one can learn from it. Patience can resolve every problem. It is a difficult virtue to attain, but it has the power to resolve every issue. Although at the start, the conditions of the treaty did not favor Muslims, but because the Prophet Muhammad showed patience, peace was ensured. Raising your sword is not always the answer. Prophet Muhammad had the support of so many brave Muslim brothers. Still, instead of raising his sword despite the challenges, he chose to settle things through peaceful talks. Thus, the Treaty of Hudaybiyyah points out that walking on the path of peace is vital. Muslims should honor agreements. From the treaty that was made in January 628, the Muslims should learn the value of commitments. Because the Quraysh people did not follow the agreement and violated a vital clause, the Prophet invaded and defeated them by the grace of Allah. The Treaty of Hudaybiyyah aided in maintaining peace between the states of Mecca and Medina. It ensured Muslims a chance to go on a peaceful pilgrimage to the Holy Kaaba and allowed the formation of allies. For the true followers of Islam, it noted down and offered vital lessons on peace, patience, and victory.